Welcome back to the Antique FANatic. Today I'm excited because I'm going to share something with you that I've been wanting to for a very long time. You see, I've had this project on the back burner longer than I've had a YouTube channel. Finally, I have everything in place to bring it together. So we're going to jump in the time machine and go back 4 years to when I found this project. I'm excited. Let's go to the time machine. But first, a little history. This fan is an Arlington Electric. It was manufactured in St. Louis, Missouri. Arlington Electric was established in 1950, and in the 30s, they developed a line of industrial circulators, and they would manufacture fans for a couple more decades, eventually moving into window fans and attic fans. This particular model was called the Arlington Super Deluxe. And it was amazing for one specific reason. It had a very unique design as it was driven off a motor by a fan belt. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've seen lots of fans that are belt driven, but this one is a circulator. Nobody else did that. And I'm not sure why Arlington did, but they did. Now, as you can see, it's rough, or it was, but I meticulously took it apart, cleaned it, and repainted everything. But there were a few issues still ahead. Okay, we're back out in the shop. Here's the fan as it is today. And you're probably thinking, well, one of the blades is missing. Well, you'd be correct. Now here's why. In the course of working on this fan, I discovered that these blades were made of steel. And in researching the history, I determined they should have been aluminum. So the only thing that I can conclude was the original blades, the aluminum that came from the factory, were damaged somehow. And because they probably didn't have access to replacements at the time, some industrious maintenance guy decided that, well, I'll just take a good one and make a pattern and cut them out of steel. Well, I'm sure he did the best he could. This is one of the original steel blade, and I did repaint them thinking that maybe I would get them to work, but they're just too heavy for the fan. So it also looks like maybe he cut them out with a hand grinder or a pair of tin snips. I don't know, but it's rough. So this was never going to do. Luckily, I have connections working in the steel business, and a friend of mine turned me on to a guy in Jackson, Missouri that works for Jackson Machine and Manufacturing. Anyway, I made a template the best I could off of the originals, and they were able to make me some aluminum with a laser cutter. Anyway, they cut these out, they rolled them, and I believe they're going to fit perfectly, and they're so much lighter, which will help the fan be more efficient. So what are we going to do next? I'm going to try to polish up these aluminum blades because they're filthy dirty. And then this is something that I've been procrastinating about. This is the original aluminum badge, and as you can tell, it's corroded. But I don't want to damage that paint. So I have an idea, and I'm going to proceed with caution there. Trying to clean that up so we can get it back on the front of the cage. I'm going to get these other two blades off, and this thing has about 4 years worth of dust on it. So I'm going to clean the dust off, and we're going to just put it back together and see how it runs. I have no idea at this point, haven't tried it. So you're going to find out the same as me, whether this works good or whether it's a disaster. So stay tuned. If you like videos that are poorly produced about rusty junk, give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any adventures that may or may not require setting a shot. Okay, I'm just gonna confess, I'm a little nervous. I don't know how balanced these blades are, and I sure don't want this to jump off the table. So I ran the cord and I put it on a surge protector, so I got a switch where I can turn it off real quick if things get out of hand. But I figured, you know, y'all might get a kick out of this craziness too. Honestly, I haven't ran it yet, so let's just see what happens. Shouldn't be scared, should have confidence, right? Right. All right, 3, 2, 1, contact. That's pretty cool. I noticed it about knocked my camera over. It's got a little breeze to it. And it runs a lot smoother than it used to. Just gonna say. Now I'm gonna try it again. This time I'm gonna put the kilowatt on it and see what kind of amp draw I'm getting. Now that I know it's fairly safe. Okay, that's a powerful motor. Here we go again, y'all ready? Let's go. That's too much fan for my shop. Thought I was gonna knock the window shades off. But it's also exhilarating, I'll say that. It's a big old fan. Wanted to say thanks again for stopping by the Antique FANatic. I appreciate your support as always. Want to shout out to my friend Larry at Jackson Machine and Manufacturing for the blades, and my buddy Mike for digging in and doing some research on Arlington Electric, a little known fan company out of St. Louis. And this is an extremely rare specimen. It's the only one I've seen. And it's the only one that Mike's seen. So that's, nobody's come up with one. If you've got one, give me a shout out. I'm not ashamed to share the stage, for sure. But thanks again. We appreciate you as always. I'm going to get you some more video of it running if I'm brave enough to get close to it. So, see you next time.